Yo, what's going on everybody out there? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yes, I'm back with a brand new video for y'all. And this time it's going to be a video that has been heavily requested over the years that I have never done before. I've had the idea of doing this, but multiple people keep asking for it. I've had a couple people recently ask me, and I thought, you know what? Right now is the best time to do it, because we actually are going to be doing our top 10 favorite Christmas horror films on the podcast coming up here, recording on in a few days. So I thought, why not do a video showcasing my entire collection? And yeah, so you guys can watch that, listen to the podcast, and get the whole deal. Now, I wasn't entirely sure how many films I actually had here. I was thinking, I said to a couple people, I'm like, maybe 75. No, I did a brief count before this, and I came up with 103 unique films. So I got 103 Christmas films here. It's insane. I didn't think I had that much, but I guess I do. I got a couple in the mail that aren't going to be part of this. Anna and the Apocalypse, Santa vs. the Martians is another one that's in the Vinegar Syndrome package. And I do have a list of ones that I'll get to at the end that I just haven't picked up for various reasons. You know, availability, prices, things like that. So, but it's like no essentials or anything. It's just odds and ends and stuff like that. So, but anyways, without further ado, like I said, I got a lot to get through here, so I'm not going to go into depth about any of these films. So just bear with me if I'm ripping through them or whatever. I'll try to keep this relatively short. Try to say that on every video, and it just goes on way too fucking long. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, cheers to the Griswold. Oh yeah, rum and eggnog tastes good. All right, let's do this. All right, so first up we got Krampus, the naughty cut. From Scream Factory 4K. I originally saw this in the theater, actually. Wasn't like the hugest fan, you know, when it went all kind of goofy, full moonish. It kind of took me out of the film, but then, of course, I rewatched this movie, and it's like an annual watch for me now. I watch it every single year. I love this movie. It's got that crazy, dark, foreboding atmosphere to it, and great ending. I love Krampus, man, the naughty cut. It's awesome. Not really much difference. I think there's like maybe a couple of extra swear words in it. I think that's the only difference. It's crazy. It's crazy that you can market that like that. But anyways, To All a Good Night, directed by David Hess. The one and only film that he actually directed, of course. Which is very interesting that this is the type of movie that he ended up directing. But yeah, whatever. You know, came out in 1980. I think it was shot in 1979. This one's kind of ahead of its time for its reveal of the killer, or the who's doing the killings. I think it's kind of cool, actually. Pretty good aesthetic and stuff. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this one. I know it is out of print from Scorpion. It was distributed by Kino, but it is a Scorpion release. But yeah, if you can get your hands on this one, I highly recommend To All a Good Night. It's a good one. Then we got a really fun indie film here called All Through the House. This one came out in 2015 from Film Rise. Unfortunately, this is a BDR. That's just the only way you can get it. I think it's now like long out of print, which kind of sucks, because this is a fun one, man. It's a low budget indie film. It has a great aesthetic. It has tons of great kills in it. Lots of blood and gore. Sexy women. It's just got everything in it. I love this movie, man. It's so much fun. I rewatched it a couple weeks back, and just, you know, it's kind of like an annual watch for me. I watch it every odd year kind of thing. So, but yeah, All Through the House. Good stuff. Then we got the British film Don't Open Till Christmas. Of course, has like this ridiculous muddled history where, you know, what's the main actor's film? The main guy in the movie. Anyways, he was actually the director in this, but no, not Dick Reynolds. Anyways, not Dick Reynolds, not the producer. Anyways, the lead detective in this film, he was directing the film. He kind of got pushed off to the side. Another guy stepped in. They rewrote some scenes. So it kind of has that jumbled feel at times. But I've watched this movie so many times over the year that it doesn't... It's just good. It's fun. The thing I like about Don't Open Till Christmas is that it's not a Santa Claus going around killing people. It's somebody killing off Santa Clauses. So it's like... comes off as being like even more mean-spirited, really. But yeah, really fun stuff, man. It's got some good kills. Some really memorable kills in it, too, man. It's fun. But yeah, Don't Open Till Christmas from Vinegar Syndrome. Good stuff. Then we got another indie film called Slay Bellas. This one came out, I want to say 18, 19, just a few years back. Indie film, obviously, about these three pretty hot chicks that they end up teaming up with like Santa Claus, and they got to fight off Krampus and shit like that. It's one of those type of stories. It's really fun though, man. Good music, decent kills, just fun characters and shit. It doesn't run long though. It's like, yeah, 77 minutes. So I rewatched this one last week or whatever. Had a lot of fun with it again, man. Sleigh Bellas. I highly recommend this indie one. Good stuff. And then we got Black Christmas, the original 1974 Bob Clark film. What can I say? I can't say enough good things about Black Christmas. It's classic. It still has one of the best endings of all time. Like, I'm a big fan of ending a film and like panning out while the credits run and it's still going. I love that shit, man. Like, when movies still have shit going on in the credits, I just love that. Not a lot of films do that. But anyways, yeah, Black Christmas, good stuff. One of my favorites. Will it make the top 10? Check out the podcast. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Like I said, there is literally no order to these. Maybe I did say that. Maybe I didn't say that. I don't know. But yeah, there's no order to this because I've been watching films, pulling shit out. Everything's all over the place. But Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, yeah, it has a lot of footage from the original film, but it does tell its own narrative, and we get the great "It's Garbage Day" line. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It honestly, it's not a film you want to watch right after the first one, like a lot of movies. If you love a film, you watch a sequel right away. I would not recommend doing that with Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, because like half the footage is literally shit you saw from the first film. So, but yeah, anyways, still fun. Then we got Christmas Cruelty. I think this is a Finnish horror film. It's very brutal. It's very like sadistic and just mean-spirited. This is the Unearthed Blu-ray. I haven't opened this one. I do have the DVD in there somewhere, but I have seen it before, obviously. Yeah, but nasty shit. I think I'm gonna rewatch this one this year. I'm gonna pop this one in and rekindle up on this one. So yeah, 2013, a little bit older, but I remember being pretty mean-spirited. Then we got Joe Begos' latest effort, Christmas Bloody Christmas, Shudder film. Great aesthetic, fucking awesome kills, man. Fun soundtrack. I know a lot of people had problems with the dialogue and stuff like that. I personally don't, because when you get all shit-faced and you're talking music and horror films and stuff, you just fucking swear just like that, right? You swear a lot. It's just the way it is. Like, I can relate to this movie because I drink, I curse, I talk about all this shit. This is exactly how me and my homies are. Like, this is how we talk, so whatever. If you don't like that, it is what it is. It's just the way we are. But yeah, Christmas Bloody Christmas, great stuff. Such a fun premise, too, man, about this, like, killer robots that are recalled and kind of goes rampant. It's pretty fun. Yeah. All right. So, It's a Wonderful Knife. Pretty much came out a couple years ago. Another Shudder film shot around my way in Vancouver, BC. Yeah, man. It's basically a play on It's a Wonderful Life, obviously. Kind of meets, like, I would almost say, like, Scream in a sense, you know? Good stuff. My buddy Mark, who is in the film, he's only in the film to die. So there's a scene where a dude gets stabbed through the eye and dies. That's my buddy in the film. He's actually a director, writer, actor himself, but he just has this weird role in this film because he was working on this film at the time. They needed someone to die. So if you see this guy get stabbed in the face and he died, it's right after she goes into, like, Bizarro World. That's my buddy Mark. But yeah, so really fun. I rewatched it last night. I really like it, man. I got a little bit of issues with it, but it's still a fun film. Then we got Silent Night, Deadly Night. Rewatched this last night. What can I say, man? It's amazing. I heard that the 4K that Scream Factory put out, the 4K version of Silent Night, Deadly Night is only the theatrical. I don't know why they didn't make a 4K with the inserts of the uncut footage in the 4K. That'd be fine. Or at least make that an option. Why didn't they just do two versions of it? So, yeah, I'm not going to be grabbing that. That's a garbage release. But, of course, this one's all signed up from Santa himself, Robert Brian Wilson. And, yeah, love what he did. Like, the colors are awesome on that shit. But, yeah, what a great guy. Had a great conversation about how he goes to Tarantino's cinema every December for a couple screenings of it. And they do Q&As after and stuff. And I thought that was really fucking neat, man. Really neat that he's, you know, getting all that shine still and stuff. And really awesome guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. I've met a lot of celebrities, but this guy was one of the top guys I ever met. Him and CJ Graham was really nice, too, among people. Speaking of a celebrity that I absolutely was so nice is Dee Wallace. I loved her when I met her. Red Christmas, Australian horror film, or Christmas film, obviously. It's kind of like, this is one of those weird films where people, like, bashed it for being, like, pro-life, but it's kind of funny because it's like a pro-life film and it's a pro-choice film at the same time. And it basically is about Dee Wallace's character who had an abortion like 20 years prior, and that aborted fetus comes back for revenge. It sounds goofy, but it's dead serious. This movie's fucking dead serious. There's like no jokes in this film. But yeah, it's got a great aesthetic given that it's in Australia at the warm time of the year. December 25th is like in the middle of their summer. So, but yeah, they captured the neon colors really, really well. And it kind of feels like you're watching an Italian film at times. The kills are really good in the film. Say what you will about the narrative. Some people get pissed off about it. I personally don't. I don't give a fuck. It's entertaining to me. Dee Wallace is awesome in it. And I rewatched last night. It's good stuff. Merry Christmas. And that was from our exploitation films, which no longer exists, unfortunately. And then we got Vinegar Syndrome's Christmas Evil. Absolutely love this movie. Can't say enough good things about Christmas Evil. So, yeah. Yep. And then we got Vestron's release of Silent Dead in the Night Part 3, 4, and 5. Better Watch Out, Initiation, and of course Part 5, The Toy Maker. Which is pretty cool that he's finally got a release, because I do have the old DVD set that looked like shit, man. They really did. I don't really ever watch Better Watch Out Part 3 that much. It's kind of boring to me. It's got Bill Moseley in it. Part 4, Initiation, which is actually really fun. If it wasn't titled a Silent Dead Night film, I think people would really like it, but people kind of write it off because it's part of the franchise. But then Toy Maker, with Andy Rooney, which is really funny, that they must have tricked him into doing this. You're going to be in a movie called The Toy Maker, and then throw in Silent Dead Night Part 5 on there. Because if you're familiar with the history of Andy Rooney in the first film, he was one of those advocates that was all for banning Silent Dead Night. And don't show that shit. It's terrible. It's awful. It's blah, blah, blah. It's crazy. So, yeah. Great collection. All right, so Better Watch Out. This one is, modern, and it's got some really good stuff going on in this one. But the one takeaway from this film that I always remember is the Home Alone thing. Yeah, but no, it's got some really cool twists and turns. It's like it plays off like a home invasion film, but it's a little bit more than that. It's pretty cool. Then we got The Leech. The Leech, man, with Jeremy Gardner, who plays the Leech in this. Graham Skipper, who plays Father David in this. He kind of takes him in and doesn't really work out so well for him. It just goes batshit crazy after that. Check out The Leech from Arrow Video. Really fun stuff, man. Really, really fun stuff. Latest review and podcast should be out later tonight, maybe tomorrow, something like that. But our Christmas episode, this is one of the films that we review called Silent Bite, Canadian vampire film set on Christmas kind of deal. And it's what it is. It's okay. Then we got Creature is Stirring. A Creature was Stirring. I've seen this film before. I just got this Blu-ray in because I can't remember it. Like, I know I watched this. I think I even have it logged in my letterbox, but I got to rewatch this. I think I might rewatch this in a couple days. So, but yeah, Creature was Stirring. Picked up that one recently. Oh, here's another copy of Black Christmas. This is in here. That's where it is. So I usually put this on in my Christmas tree, but here, I'm going to put this off to the side. This is actually a Canadian edition of it. So, but yeah. I am sorry if this thing's glitching every once in a while, because I have no idea what's going on, if it is. We got The Children here, set around the holidays. Really, really fun stuff here. Kind of crazy story. I have a theory about what's really going on in this film. Some people agree, some people don't. But yeah, it's set between like Christmas and New Year's. But yeah, good stuff about these children that go kind of crazy. And we got, I think this might actually be a Mexican film, if I'm not remembering correctly. But Santa Claus from 1959. I swear I've seen this, but I can't remember fully if I have or not. I might be getting mixed up with Santa Claus versus the Martians. I can't remember if I've seen this or not. But anyways, yeah, their VCI's DVD was out of print for a long time, but they came out with a Blu-ray, so yet to watch it, but I just got this in, so pretty cool. Then we got Day of the Beast from Iglesias, Alex de la Iglesia. Fucking amazing film. Super, super fun. One thing I have issues with like foreign comedies and stuff, sometimes it doesn't translate as well as it should. This one does. The characters are fun. It makes the jokes come off really well, but I really like the story in this. It's super fun. Like, awesome characters, man. Really, really good stuff. Great release from Severin 4K. Then we got The Brain, which is, set during the holidays. It's not necessarily a Christmas film, but it does have Christmas-ish things in it, like Christmas trees and lights and things like that. But, you get it throughout the film, but I love The Brain. It's awesome. The Brain actually looks like that in the movie, too. It's pretty awesome. It just looks like a mad ball. Fun stuff. Then we got Jack Frost, the Vinegar Syndrome lenticular, Blu-ray, awesome lenticular, man, amazing. Super goofy stuff. It's got a young Shannon Elizabeth in it. Of course, Jack Frost is a serial killer who gets embodied by this like antifreeze shit, whatever the fuck it is, turns into Jack Frost the Snowman, goes on a killing rampage. Y'all know the story. It's stupid. Super fun. Rewatched this about a week ago. Awesome stuff, man. Really enjoy it. The Snowman costume still looks stupid, though, even though it was, like, super expensive. But Jack Frost 2, this one is, like, the dumbest narrative ever. It's literally Jack Frost, who's a snowman, who's killing off people in the Caribbean. Think about that. It's, like, 100 fucking degrees there every day. Are you kidding me? So, Jack Frost 2, that's ridiculous. And then we got a really fun indie film called Dismembering Christmas here. Yeah, really fun stuff, man. This came out in like 2015 from Slasher Studios. Basically just a bunch of, young kids, maybe late teen, early 20s, go to a dude's father's place in the woods, and they start getting dead one by one. Yeah, it's fun, man. The kills are decent for what they are. I think it's pretty well done for like an indie slasher film. I have a lot of fun with this one, Dismembering Christmas. Limited to 300 copies on Blu-ray, so I seriously doubt it's still available. But anyways. And then we got Deadly Games, Dal de Code de Santa Claus, French film. Of course, this one's notorious for being like the original Home Alone. This one was actually shot and came out before Home Alone. In fact, the director actually put in a lawsuit actually against the producers or John Hughes or somebody for copyright infringement because this Home Alone is so similar to what this is. And it's basically about this guy this kid that has to protect his house and his grandfather from the Santa Claus that's invading his house and stuff like that. And it's very, very similar to Home Alone. This one's obviously just the serious horror version of that. And it's kind of funny, actually. John Hughes has openly admitted that he came up with the idea for this while he was on a European vacation. Was he in France? I don't know. You guys judge, whatever. Great film, though. Oh, actually, one thing I did want to show off, I did bring this out. I had a German Blu-ray from about 10 years ago. I had this thing, man. And then this one finally got a Region 1 release. So I was familiar with this film. I think this movie is fucking awesome. This is actually in a DVD-sized case, but really great release. Triple disc, everything. So, yeah. I keep this because I love this edition. I think it's fantastic. But anyways, we got The Dorm That Dripped Blood. Set during the holidays, college campus, people just start getting picked off one by one while they're doing their holiday cleanup and stuff like that. And I really like this film. It doesn't have the crazy of Christmas aesthetics, but the thing that kind of bugs me is the reveal. The reveal, I think, is still goofy in this movie, but yeah, it is what it is. It's still fun. Old Synapse Films Blu-ray release. Awesome shit. A Christmas Horror Story. It's an anthology that's interwoven. All the stories come together kind of thing. But this story is the best. The reveal of this story is fantastic. It's kind of set up by William Shatner's character, who plays a DJ in the film. And, a couple of stories are what they are. They're not the greatest, but, they're not bad either. But, yeah, I think this story right here is amazing, but good stuff. I rewatch that one every year. I always have fun with it. Then we got The Night Train Murders from Aldo Lado. Basically Last House on the Left on a train. This one, 1975. It's mean-spirited, it's rough, but it's basically, like I said, Last House on the Left. It's kind of what it is. It's nasty shit, Night Train Murders. Good stuff, video nasty. Love it. And then we got Inside, another French film, of course, set on Christmas Eve. Very, very brutal, bloody, gory, nasty, bleak. Everything you want in a film. It doesn't have the craziest of Christmas aesthetics. It's not like a Christmas film, but it's set on Christmas, so it's here. But yeah, vicious, man. It's the Second Sight Fat Pack edition. Really great film. Always loved Inside. Then we got the weird and bizarre Blood Beat from 1982. It's like a so bad it's good film. It's got like weird ghostly samurai fucking characters and all this other crazy ass shit that's going on. Weird effects, weird characters, weird situations. It's so weird. It's such a weird, enjoyable film. This is one of those films that like you really need to sit down with your homies, have some beers, maybe some rum and eggnogs, and just kick back and enjoy. It's fun. And then we got one that's, horror adjacent, obviously Hanukkah, which, it's Hanukkah, but you know, this one right here is crazy. Like, it's got Charles Fleischer in it, PJ Souls, Caroline Williams, Dick Miller, Sid Haig, which I believe this is like the last role that he did before he passed away. You know, you got fucking stunts by Kane Hodder, Harry Manfredini does the music. Like, it's just nuts. You'd think with all that shit going on, this would be fantastic. Not really. It's okay. It really isn't the greatest, but it is what it is. And that's, yeah, Hanukkah. Yeah. I throw it in the Christmas shit. Whatever. And then we got another film called Red Christmas. This is directed by Steve Rosinski. Signed up there. Picked this up at Wasteland years and years ago. Limited edition. 19 of 25. Wow, you can't get any more limited than that. But yeah, Red Christmas, really fun, super low budget indie film. I had fun with it. Mother Krampus, I can't remember. I think I like this one. I know there's a sequel. I think I have the DVD down there actually. But yeah, Mother Krampus. I remember this one being pretty. Yeah, so which comes on the 12 days of Christmas, taking children each day. Yeah. I remember it being okay for what it is. Can't remember. And then we got Jaws 4, aka The Revenge. With, of course, Michael Caine. It's set around the holidays. It's super bad. I'm not a big fan of this movie, to be honest. I know a lot of people like this film. It's so bad, it's good kind of thing. I don't know. I just get annoyed when I watch this movie for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, Jaws 4. And then, of course, we've got Gremlins, which I recently read this funny-ass comment about how this movie isn't a Christmas movie. I'm like, but it's literally set on Christmas, and Gizmo's given as a present. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's so weird. I can see the argument for not being a horror film because Joe Dante, like, it's technically a comedy with, like, small little creatures. It's like a kid's horror film, man. It is. Set on Christmas. It's weird. I don't really understand the argument for not being a Christmas film. It's so weird, but yeah, it's Gremlins. We all know Gremlins. We got Demonic Toys, which I think this disc is definitely loose in there. Definitely loose. Demonic Toys, set during the holidays. Of course, we got all of our favorite Demonic Toys happening there. Baby Oopsie, Jack in the Box, and I can't remember the other ones' names. But it's been a minute, but I like Demonic Toys. It's fun. And then we got The Conjuring 2, which, of course, is set during the holidays. I am not a big fan of this. I know a lot of people love this. A lot of people love the Conjuring films. It's just not really for me. I like the first film. I don't love it. Like, it's not like one of my all-time favorites, but Conjuring 2, it's, you know, it's okay for what it is, but yeah. And then we got The 13 Slays Till Christmas, Scream Team releasing anthology film about, I think it's about a bunch of guys sitting around telling stories, really. Yeah, I think that's what it is, set on Christmas Eve. I remember this one being kind of hit and miss, you know, like a lot of these anthologies with a lot of shorts in them. I've only watched this once. It was a few years back, so I'd have to rewatch this one. Then we got The Lodge, which is another film that I watched when it came out, and I wasn't like the hugest fan of it. But I rewatched, and I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. I think it's really good. It's got crazy, dark, moody atmosphere. It's got some bleakness to it. It's got some things going on that are pretty cool, man. I think it's really well done, actually, The Lodge. Another anthology film called Deathcember from Culture Shock put this out. Yeah, my favorite short in this one is actually the animated one that is just truly fucked up. It is so fucked up, man. Like, if you guys have seen this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's definitely my favorite one because it's just shocking, and you're just like, what the fuck? But I do like more shorts in this than I dislike, which makes it kind of a winner for me. There's some that are just like whatever, and like there's nothing like uber great except for, I'd say, maybe the animated one, because that one's pretty crazy. I like the Ruggero Deodato does one in here too. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, it's hit and miss. But yeah, Deathcember, pretty cool. A film that I've always found to be kind of overrated. Like, I like this movie, but I don't think it's as great as people make it out to be. It is set during the holidays. It's got a minor aesthetic to it, but you know, it's in here because it's set during the holidays. In my opinion, it's a little bit overrated though. But yeah, Night of the Comet, still a decent film for what it is. Then we got Another Wolf Cop, which is the sequel to Wolf Cop, set during the holidays. Super fun. You know, it's funny, it's gory, it's ridiculous. It's like, the premise is stupid as hell. I love it. It's awesome. Hope to make a third one. So far, 2 for 2 in my books. And then we got Violent Night. Yes, I put this in the horror collection. Why not? It's basically Die Hard meets fucking Home Alone. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, Really fun stuff though, man. I really like the backstory to like Santa Claus and stuff, like how they put that in there. I think it's pretty unique and stuff. But fun. Yeah. Saw that one at the cinema. Then we got Calvary, which, set during the holidays. It's a film from Belgium. Now, a lot of people think this movie is like supposed to be serious or whatever, but like this movie's, it's got to be a comedy though, man. It's got to be a comedy. If it's a comedy, it's actually quite fun. If it's dead serious, it's not that good. It's super goofy, man. Just the way it progresses and there's certain things that happen in this film where you're just like, there's no way this was meant to be serious. Like, and if it was, then it's bad. But yeah, Calvary, good film, great release from Yellow Veil Pictures, one of Vinegar Syndrome's sister labels. Kind of an underrated one here, Whoever Slew Auntie Roo. This is a movie that, stars Shelley Winters, and I never hear anyone talk about. I think it's a really good one, set during the holidays. Yeah, she's great in everything, man. I love Shelley Winters. The remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, called Silent Night. It is what it is. It's got Malcolm McDowell. It's got some decent kills, and it's got a really good wood chipper kill. It's kind of a remake in name only. It's like a totally different type of movie. And with that said, like, I think for what it is, it's not that bad. It really isn't. A lot of people had a lot of problems with this, like, terrible remake. I mean, if you were to put it into that category of it being like a straight up remake, yeah, it's not a good remake because it does something else. But then I think that's what makes it good, because it does something else that makes any sense. Silent Night, decent. And of course we got Dead of Night, which it's an anthology film from 1945. There's one segment in here that is Christmas related. And you know what? On that note, I didn't bring out like all of my fucking, TV shows with Christmas related episodes from like Amazing Stories and Tales from the Crypt and all that shit. I wasn't getting into all that stuff, so I was just doing movies. But yeah, anyways, Dead of Night. Good stuff. So that is the Blu-rays. So that was of course, the Blu-rays. We're going to get into these DVDs here. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, first two up on here are just recent pickups. I haven't watched them. And that is Krampus vs. Bigfoot. I believe this is an animated film, which I'm really looking forward to watching. It only runs about 70 minutes, but I've actually heard pretty good things about this. Don't know if it's true or anything, but yeah. Anyways, Krampus vs. Bigfoot, of course. Fucking sounds like a silent film, actually. And then, of course, we got Sister Krampus. You got Mother Krampus, you got Krampus, you got Sister Krampus. I think there's even a Granny Krampus, to be honest. This is an SRS film, which, this is going to be some low budget ish, but yeah, looking forward to checking that one out too. We've got Rare Exports, the Finnish film, which is very unique, man. I really enjoy Rare Exports. I think it just has this this awesome little charm to it. Like the kid here, it's got the the prequel shorts and stuff to it. It's that, as for special features, that kind of extends the story a little bit, which is really cool. But I think it's a very, very unique telling of Santa Clauses and stuff. I think it's really interesting. So yeah, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Check it out if you've never checked it out. It's awesome. And then we got Christmas Blood, which I think, where is this one from? This is Norwegian, yeah. I finally got around to watching this, I believe, last year or the year before, and really enjoyed it, actually. I was sitting on this one forever. I just hadn't watched it. Another one from Artsploitation Films, and really enjoyed this, actually. I'm going to have to rewatch it. I don't remember too much, but I remember going, damn, why didn't I watch this before? But yeah, slasher film, killer Santa Claus. Then we got, that's the children. So we're going to, a couple of these are going to have, that's awesome, because I can just take that out and get rid of it. All right, so we got Santa Claus. We got Cannibal Claus here from the Sleaze box, which it really is fucking sleazy, though. And it's Cannibal Claus. It is what it is, man. I can't show the back. It's actually got titties on it. But yeah, Cannibal Claus. Uber sleazy shit. Then we got Calvary. There's another repeat. Then we got Caesar and Otto's Deadly Christmas, which is, if you're familiar with Caesar and Otto, they do comedies. This one's fun as hell. Deadly Christmas. It's got a lot of fun gags in it, man. This was released from Wild Eye, actually, like years and years ago. Wild Eye. Joe Estevez is in this. Felicia Rose, Brink Stevens, Leanna Quigley. What a cast! But yeah, super fun shit. Then we got Krampus. I can't remember what order all these movies came out within a couple years of each other, but I can't remember if this is a sequel to that one or whatever. I can't remember. But Krampus the Reckoning, I remember this being pretty shitty. But yeah, Krampus the Reckoning. Then we got Krampus Unleashed. I know there's another one of these. It's like Krampus Origins. I believe it is actually the prequel to this one, I think, which I don't have actually. But Krampus Unleashed. I think I remember thinking this one was okay. And then we got Krampus the Christmas Devil, which, yeah, it's pretty low budget. Then we got Krampus 2, The Devil Returns. Now, this is obviously a sequel to that one. So, yeah, low budget shit. Then we got Bloody Christmas. I really enjoy this one, man. It's crazy low budget. Put out by MVD Visual, actually. This is old, too. I remember doing this one, I think on my original 25 Days of Christmas. 2012. Super low budget. Police hunt for a child murder. Meanwhile, it's been 80s action movies. Santa Claus. Yeah. This one, I remember this one being fun. It's crazy low budget if you're into that shit, but pretty cool. And then we got a newer one with blood tiddlings. This one's kind of crazy, man. Basically these guys go into this, like, is it a department store or something like that? And they just go fucking ape shit, man. People get dead in this one. It's pretty mean-spirited, actually. But, yeah, pretty cool. This is a Region 2 DVD. So, I don't think this one has a Region 1 release, actually. So, yeah, Region 2. But then we got the awesome Bikini Bloodbath Christmas, which I think this is the third one in the Bikini Bloodbath series. Or the second. It's one of the three. I think there's three of them. Another one I had done years ago. It's pretty stupid, but... got some pretty awesome faces. We got Debbie Rochon's in this one. Lloyd Kaufman makes an appearance in the film. Rachel Robbins, who's fucking hot. Yeah, good stuff. But look at that. Like, how can you not like that? Then we got Alien Raiders, which I think this has a Blu-ray. I should upgrade it. I like Alien Raiders, man. It's fun. Yeah, set during the holidays. Obviously, fighting off aliens and shit. Pretty fun stuff. I enjoy it. Then we got All the Creatures Were Stirring, which I think is another anthology film. Is this the one? I always get this one and the other one mixed up. Fuck, because it got like very similar names. Yeah, I think, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, All the Creatures Were Stirring, or maybe it's not. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. It's weird. So then we got ATM set during the holidays, kind of like all set in like a in a bank booth, whatever you want to call them. I never go into it. What the fuck are they called? An ATM, but like, yeah, what are they actually called? I guess they're just called ATMs. Yeah, so you got like this small cast of characters stuck in this thing with a killer outside. It's okay. I think there's a lot of promise there. It was kind of missed, but then we got A Christmas Tale. So A Christmas Tale in 6 films to keep you awake. Now, this is a really good movie. It's directed by the guy that directed Wreck. What's his name again? The Wreck director. Yeah, so it's an early one for 2008. Awesome. I really like A Christmas Tale. If you have never checked it out, check it out. It's really good stuff. Here's my copy of Inside, so I can pull that out. Sweet. Happy Holidays from Warlock Video. Low budget, shot on video stuff right here. Slasher. Trash. I love it. It's good stuff. I think those have been re-released like on Blu-rays and stuff now, which is funny. They're shot on video. Ginger Dead Man, which has a Blu-ray now. I still need to grab that. But yeah, this is the old crappy full moon DVD that really does look like trash. Gary Busey plays a Ginger Dead Man set during the holidays. It's not like the biggest Christmas aesthetic to it, but, it's set during the holidays. And then we got Flesh of Roses in this one also. Deadly Little Christmas. Another low-budget kind of slasher film set during the holidays, of course. I don't know why I keep saying set during the holidays. If you took a shot for every time I said that. But I think the reason why I say that for some of these is because some of them are just set during the holidays. They're not actually like full-blown Christmas movies. But yeah, I think this one actually is obviously a Christmas film. It's Deadly Little Christmas. Oh yeah, this one apparently is based on a true story. I remember reviewing this one years ago, but can't remember the movie. Oh, so here's my copy of Christmas Cruelty. So I was not lying about this. This was actually sent to me. Or I thought someone sent me this one. No, that's right. No, I bought this one. This was a region... It's actually an all-region DVD. Crazy. So it is a region... I think it came from the UK, I believe. But yeah, here's my copy that I've seen before, Christmas Cruelty. So might actually keep that. The artwork is actually really cool on that. Then we got Dead End. Of course, this one right here is a perfect example of a film that's set during the holidays that doesn't really have much holidayness to it because it's all set in a car and they're traveling. So you get a little bit of Christmas music and stuff, but that's pretty much it. But really cool film. Love the narrative in this one. Good stuff. Dead End. Then we got The Darkest Night, which I am fucking blanking on this. I can't even remember for the life of me what this movie is about. Holy shit. From Brain Damage Films, 2013. I can't remember this at all. It says, on December 25th, 2003, an upscale Filipino family gathers at a remote place in the Sagadia Mountains for a Christmas Day reunion dinner. It's a happy occasion where a main character Susan announces her marriage. Oh my god, there's so much... Wow. Anyways, let me know if you guys have seen this one. I can't remember it. Then we got A Christmas Nightmare, which I think this movie looks like it's going to be a slasher film, but it's like not really a slasher film at all. It's more of like a drama horror. From what I remember. I can't quite remember, but yeah. And then we got here's my DVD for Christmas Horror Story. So totally different artwork on this, which I really like this one actually. I think it's pretty cool. So that one can go down there too. Sweet. Cleaning up my collection here. Windchill with Emily Blunt. Another one set during the holidays that's, it's kind of all set in a car. And it kind of goes all weird and crazy and shit like that. Really, really great atmosphere in this one. I love this movie. Windchill is a good one. Really, really good one. All right, so I apparently got 2 copies of Silent Night, Bloody Night here. So this is the alpha video oldies one. So the transfer on this is just straight garbage. John Carradine, Mary Woodrow. I don't mind that artwork though. It's okay. It looks cheesy. But this is like the better version of it right here. Silent Night, Bloody Night. I actually watched this online with this transfer. It is better than this one, so that's why my DVD's copy is sealed. I think they sent me a screener for this way back in the day and ended up purchasing it or something like that after the fact. But yeah, I got like a digital copy of that transfer, so it does look better. But yeah, Silent Night, Bloody Night. And then we got the French film Chiton with Vincent Cassel. Yeah, set during the holidays. Per se. No, it's actually set on Christmas Eve, but it's not like a Christmas film from what I remember. But this one's awesome. Great film. Chiton. Then we got actually quite an underrated one, Secret Santa. This is a Wild Eye release, and it's for like an uber low budget slasher film. It actually is pretty good. I like this shit, man. Good stuff. And then I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday. Wow, this movie right here is uber depressing. It's like, actually one of the films you won't see in this is the latest movie called Silent Night, that really uber depressing one that came out a couple years ago. Oh man, that movie sucked. Fucking depressing. I should pick it up sometime though, but I'm Dreaming of a White Doomsday. Yeah, pretty bleak kind of movie. Like it's set in like this post-apocalyptic world and stuff. It's just sad. Oh yeah, here we go. Mother Krampus 2 Sleigh Ride. So I don't think this one has a Blu-ray. That's why I have the DVD. I think that's how it goes. I remember this one being all right, maybe not as good as the first one, but yeah, too many of these I can't remember. Oh, here's my 3-pack of Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. So I can that one down there too. Sweet. All right, Savage Christmas. Fuck, man. I've only watched this movie once. This one's crazy low budget. I remember this one being okay. Another 2013 low budget slasher film, I want to say. You'll terrorize something different than trips, something evil. One of them fall victim to the terror. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm going to have to rewatch this one. I think I reviewed that actually before. I can't remember a thing about it. Santa Claus. Now, this just came out from Terror Vision, which this DVD is trash bag. Look at the, like, it looks like a fucking bootleg. Look how bad it's like cut and shit. It's terrible. It's not a bootleg. I swear to God, it's not. It literally is not a bootleg. So, it's just a really bad, low budget from Shockorama DVD. It's so bad. I never even bothered to like upgrade this because it was so bad, but I don't know. Maybe I will one day. And of course, we got Saint, or also Sint, which I do know it's not a Christmas film, but it kind of relates to Christmas. It's set in December. It has that Christmas feel. I know it's around like Santa Claus or whatever. He shows up on, December 6th to give the boys and girls presents and stuff like that. So that's actually what this is technically about. But yeah, it just, for the Westerners, it just feels like a Christmas film. So that's kind of why it is. in here. So yeah, I get it. Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. Not a Christmas film, set during the holidays though. Of course, we got Corey Feldman in this one. Man, I used to hate this movie so much. I think it's so bad it's actually entertaining. I get entertained with that. P2. Where's the Blu-ray for P2? Like, this is one of those movies that's kind of stuck on DVD, which I can't believe doesn't have a Blu-ray. It probably does, and I just don't know. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a Blu-ray, but yeah, this is a fun one. About a girl being stalked in a parking garage and stuff, and basically just fight for her life and shit. Pretty cool. Enjoy that one. Then we got One Hell of a Christmas, which is another very, very low budget slasher film. This is actually, it says a Fangoria film on the back. That's crazy. I obviously knew that. I just didn't remember. 2002. Ooh, yeah. That era. Ooh, that's a nasty era. And then we got Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Why not? It's here because it's here. So, yeah. I need to upgrade this to Blu-ray. And then, of course, we got Mrs. Claus, because you have to have Mrs. Claus. Like, another Wild Eye release. Wild Eye really went apeshit with these Christmas holiday horror films. But yeah, Miss Claus, I can't quite remember it. I have seen it, though. Two Front Teeth from Unearthed Films. This is another one, man. I've watched it a couple times, and I'm just blanking on it right now. It's crazy. It's pretty fucking low budget, this one, man. 2008. And I think I remember it being pretty nasty, too. So, but yeah, Two Front Teeth. Then we got, which might be legitimately the worst movie ever made. And I can say that because I've seen millions of films. I hate when people are like, this is the worst movie ever filmed or ever made, and it's like fucking Batman or something. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, legitimately. It's so tedious to watch because the editing is so bad in this. It's like somebody will be talking and then it'll go to the next person, and then they'll be just staring, and like 5 seconds later they'll respond. And then the next person will say something, and it'd be like, it just goes on and on. It's so tedious to watch. Has this annoying little fucking character, this little elf. Oh my god. This is brutal. Like, this is one of the most brutal bad films ever made. Like, I never tell people not to watch it. In fact, I'm telling you, go watch this. Because it's going to prove my point. Slaughter Clause. It's horrible. Silent Night, Zombie Night, which I thought was actually pretty cool, man. This one's got Vernon Wells, Felicia Rose. Felicia Rose seems to pop up in a lot of these fucking movies. I think... Is this the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, I don't know. Is this the one... No, it's a different one I'm thinking of. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. It's a zombie film set during the holidays. Pretty cool. It's okay. Then we got a 3-pack here. It's called Silent Night, Gory Night, which just consists of... Yep, got to clean that mess up now. Silent Night, Gory Night, which consists of 3 shot-on-video films called Christmas Season Massacre, Satan Claus, and Psycho Santa. So right there, I fucking knew that was going to go down too. Whatever, it is what it is. Christmas, yeah, very, very low budget shot-on-video films from SRS. I think I reviewed all these at one point. So I am at the end here. We got Soul Survivor, which of course is set during Christmas. Not a Christmas film, but it does have Christmas aesthetic to it. And it's, in a nutshell, it's the original Final Destination. It's literally about a woman that doesn't die, and then death comes and stalks her and shit like that. It's exactly what Final Destination is. The writers claim that they've never heard of this or never saw this movie before. I call bullshit. It's way too fucking close. It's very identical to the whole Deadly Game / Home Alone thing. It's just, it's like, I don't even think I believe in coincidences. Like, this is ridiculous. It's so close. So, Soul Survivor, old Code Red DVD. I know someone put out, I think Code Red put out a Blu-ray. Oh, here's my Mondo Don't Open Till Christmas DVD, which I'll be keeping because I love Mondo. Another one that's stuck on DVD that needs a Blu-ray is Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. The infamous opening scene. But this whole movie's really fun, man. Like, it's got a really good premise to it. Like, I like the characters. It's just a fun ride. Bill Goldberg knocks us out the park. It's really fun. It's really fun. We got a Cadaver Christmas, which I think just came out on Blu-ray also, which I will eventually get around to grabbing it. It's not a necessity for me. I'm pretty happy with my DVD. Zom-com, set in like a school. Pretty fun. I like it. The jokes hit in that one. Now, this is a super underrated film I rewatched the other night called Once Upon a Time at Christmas. It's basically this couple that's doing like the 12 Days of Christmas, and so there's a lot of death, there's a lot of carnage in this film. It's pretty fun, man. It's like got this detective angle to it and shit like that, and very, very low budget, but like really good. 2017. It's low budget, but they do a lot with their budget. I think it's pretty good. Check this out, Once Upon a Time at Christmas. No idea if this is still available, but if it is, check it out. And then, of course, we got the remake of Black Christmas, which I still am not a big fan of this. I rewatched this the other night after JP was talking about it again. He loves this remake era. I'm not against it. I just think this movie has one of the most beautiful casts. Like, every woman in this movie is so hot. It's crazy. I just really don't like the way the story is told. I really don't like the way the story is told. It kind of bugs me. I don't really think the ending's that great in this, but, it has its points. It's got pretty good atmosphere to it. It definitely needs a Blu-ray, though, to kind of bring out the film, I think, a little bit more. Then we got Mercy Christmas, which I cannot remember for the life of me. 2016. Fuck, I can't remember. I have seen it, though, but yeah, I can't remember if this was good or not, but yeah, Mercy Christmas. All right, a couple wildcard ones here. I'll throw these in. They just kind of sit in my collection, but I thought I'd put them at the end, though. But that's Casper's animated children's stuff, but Casper's Haunted Christmas. I do have a lot more of these. I'm not going to bring them all out, but and then we got the Munsters Scary Little Christmas too, which, the Munsters is horror Jason. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo, which I didn't grab any of the Scooby-Doo stuff, but yeah, so Munsters right there. And just a couple ones that I wanted to talk about. Like, this isn't a horror film, but this movie's so fucking weird, it might as well be one, because it's so weird. The Christmas Martian. It's a Canadian film, basically about these kids that, like, find this fucking alien, and oh man, they run around with him and shit. It's so weird. It's like a perfect it's almost so weird that it's scary. It's fucked up, man. Canada put out a lot of weird movies. Now, these are the ones I wanted to talk about because a lot of people kind of get misconstrued about these. But yeah, Ghost Stories for Christmas, Volume 1 and 2. So these are technically, I don't even think there's even one story that actually is about Christmas, but these aired on the BBC, I think, between like 1968 and 73. And then there was a couple later ones that were in the 2000s. But so there was 8-10 episodes or something like that. And then, of course, they played on Christmas Eve. And they were just ghost stories, they're ghost stories for Christmas. So they weren't actually Christmas related, but they were just shit that they showed. And I thought I'd show these off because these are actually quite good. They're actually pretty fun shit. So, yeah, I highly recommend these. So I just thought I'd throw those in there. These were not part of my counts. But anyways, that was 103 films, something like that. Got a fucking mess to clean up, which I'm so glad the Blu-rays didn't topple over because it would have fell and knocked over my eggnog, which I never did finish here. But anyways, yeah, guys. Oh shit, yeah. So like I said, there's a couple that I do have in the post right now, and we know that there's been a strike going on with the post office in Canada for a while here, so the mail is all fucked up. But a couple of the ones that I do have on a list to get is The Apology that came out a couple years ago. Await Further Instruction. I Trapped the Devil, which I never grabbed that one because it's an IFC release and they're considered to be imports. They're always so expensive. Infinite Santa 8000, which just came out from Snats Films. It's a animated film. The Advent Calendar, which I thought was pretty cool. I think that was on Shudder. Krampus Origins, which is one of those shitty-ass Krampus movies. The Yule Log, which we talked about on the podcast, and I'm talking about the one that was on the website, not the fucking Mark Polonia one, which there is a Mark Polonia one. The Sacrifice Game, which has got a Blu-ray. It's on the Vinegar Syndrome site. Carnage Christmas, which I heard is really bad, but I think that one's also on there. There's another couple low-budget ones. Amityville Christmas Vacation, which I believe is also done by Rosinski. Night of the Krampus. The Mean One, which I've seen a lot of people reviewing that one recently. I still haven't seen that one. It's another one just on a list to grab. Curtains for Christmas, which I believe is another Rosinski film, low budget. And there's Something in the Barn, which I know there is a German Blu-ray on that one. I'm sure there's other Christmas films out there that I don't have or on a list, whatever. But yeah, so that's the collection. That is, I tried to rip through that as fast as I could to keep the video at a normal length. So hope you guys enjoyed. Comments down below if you guys are still watching, which probably nobody is because no one ever watches this far, except for the 3 or 4 people that always say that they do. List your top 10 Christmas horror films. your favorite horror films. I don't care what the best are, what your favorite. I care what your favorite are. So don't be shy with your picks. Just be honest. Put them down there and comment on anything else that's in these and in this video and stuff. And check out the podcast when it drops next week sometime. It'll be the top 10. It's going to be me, JP, Tyler, and possibly Carly on there. I'm not sure 100% if she's going to be doing it. I know she's doing her 25 Days of Christmas Horror on YouTube right now. So shout out to Carly. Check out her channel. And yeah, so I'll check you guys in the next video. And as usual,